Hey, welcome back for another tech tip in my car. I'm going to try to squeeze a lot into a little time. So I want to talk about three things today. I want to talk about automation, documentation, and shout outs and celebration. So for automation, this is a mindset that I like to talk to people about with technology. If you find yourself doing the same repetitive tasks over and over every day or every week, let's say every Friday you get a new spreadsheet or new data from someone and you know you have to delete 2 columns, move 3 columns over, sort, filter. You do that every week, the same steps. You could write down the steps for someone else to do if you were going to be out. Those are repetitive manual tasks, and you don't have to do them many times. Often a computer can take the same steps that you're following and follow them too. And it might take some time to develop that, and that is a barrier for a lot of people to making automations. But once you have it in place, now all the time you would have spent on those tasks is freed up to be out doing whatever it is you do best to make impact in the world. Automations are key. My tech tip is there's a tool, Zapier, you may have heard of it, that you can take all the steps that you would have done. So here in our example, I have a sheet of different trainings that the organization puts on, and we're creating links for surveys for people to take after those trainings. And I create those links and send them out. That's the steps I would take, once a week. Same steps over and over again, just with new data, new trainings each week. Instead, I wrote those steps into Zapier, and it takes care of it for me. I do one thing or two things. I put the information into this spreadsheet. Zapier takes care of the rest. So if you want to learn more about that, we can always get in touch. I'm happy to show some Zapier tricks right off the bat. And the one that I am so excited about is the idea of having this documentation. So I said I wanted to shout out documentation. In these steps, I didn't write this. A friend and former colleague of mine did this, and I've been continually impressed by it, is that once certain steps in our process are completed by this automation system, it actually has a step in here to update the sheet to say either that, let's see, go down to the bottom, either that we are waiting for action to happen, right? I am waiting until this date to do something else, or that date came and I'm done. So we don't necessarily need that. It's the Zapier Zap, whatever, should do all the steps. If it hits an error, it should send us a message that it hit an error. But we could forget about it and let it go on in the background. But my former colleague and friend put in this wonderful system of documentation to at least let the system talk back to us and say, hey, I did the thing you asked. I really like that. It's sort of humanizing the whole process. And even though we're taking a lot off of our plates through the automation, we're still staying in control and in knowledge of what's going on. I just love it so much. So that the other thing I said was shout outs. I'm going to ask my friend if I can mention their name here in the links and in the comments. And I have a huge respect for this person because I would not have thought to use the automation to actually have some notes and talk and documentation and talk between me and the automation. And I think it's brilliant. I hope if you can see a use case for this for you, let's chat, because I would love to show you how we did it. All right, that's a tech tip in the car for today. Have a great one.